Hi there and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sandy Zimmer and I'm a Close to My Heart maker from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada. Today I'm going to show you how to make this fun card, and it was created with the February stamp of the month from 2023, as well as the new Kids on the Block stamp set and our card front pattern stencils. So I'm starting here with this top row of stamps, and they are rainbows, and I'm using the Honey Butter, the Ballerina, the Seabrook, and the Wisteria inks for this. And I'm going to repeat them in that pattern all the way down the card. And I started that first row on a diagonal, and it's pretty easy to follow along because our stamps are clear as well as our blocks, so you can see exactly where they're going to go. Now, a little bit of a shout out to my good friend Katie Harweeks, who is a consultant maker in the US. And she pointed out that there's little hearts in some of those rainbows and ran them on a diagonal. So thanks, Katie, for that inspiration. I'm stealing that and using that on my card front as well. You'll see that I'm going off the card here as I'm stamping as well, and that creates some interest as well. Sometimes you have to go back and add a rainbow on the other end, but that's totally fine. It's pretty easy to do again with that clear stamp set. So I finished that all off. Then I grabbed my gold paint pen here, and this is the 0.7 millimeter, and I'm coloring in those gold hearts as mentioned before. I just wanted to add a little shimmer and shine to this little card. I feel like you can never have enough gold and enough shimmer on a card. So I'm just finishing those off. Then I grab the bigger one, the 4 millimeter one, and I use it along the edge here with a little bit of just cardstock in the background there just to save my desktop. And off camera I finish going all the way around the edge just to create a gold trim all the way around it. So here is the new Kids on the Block stamp set. So I just peel off that little outfit there, lay it down, and then it's easy to pick up on my block. I'm using my Intense ink because at this point I wasn't quite sure how I was going to color in this little guy. And it's always nice for using with markers or whatever. And then here I'm just showing you the stamp set and all the possible sentiments that you can use. But I did choose to use that one with the rainbow in the middle and the baby because, well, my background was rainbow, so I thought it really went together well. So I'm just stamping that in the middle. And the stamp set that I purchased comes with a thin cut. So you'll see me pull that out in just a second here and lay it on top. And then you can run that through your die cut and it will just cut it out perfectly. So you don't have to worry about fussy cutting it or anything like that. So I did that off camera. So now that's all cut out. And I decided to use that rainbow from that stamp set as well on my Post-it note here where the sticky part is. And what I'm going to do is, again, off camera, I'm going to cut that out. And then I'm going to use it as a mask on that little baby shirt. So there it is all cut out. I'm going to put that over the top. And then I'm just going to go ahead and ink up that background. And I'm going to use the blending brush and the Wisteria to add color to that white daisy cardstock. So it's pretty easy peasy. You just ink that up really good. And then you can make it as light or as dark as you want, depending how much pressure you put on there. And I love that because you've got a little bit of versatility there then too, right? And I thought I would grab that card front pattern stencil. This one's got circles and stars on it. So I thought, well, that's pretty darn cute for a little baby outfit. So again, I'm just using the Wisteria again, just going with a little bit more ink. So it's just going to be a little bit darker. And the size of those stars and dots work really well with this little shirt, I thought. So I'll pick that up and you'll see it in a moment. Isn't that just darling? I love how that turned out. So now I'm just going to take off that mask and I'm going to color in that rainbow using my Tri-Blend markers. So I'm just showing you here the colors that I used. Again, I sort of picked ones that were sort of, you know, could go for boy or girl, and then it wouldn't really matter. So I'm just coloring those in. They're pretty easy peasy to use. The Tri-Blend markers have 3 shades, a light, a medium, and a dark. So you can do some really fun blending with those and add some different colors. But I just went with the lights for all of these because, again, I just wanted that soft look. This is also a gray, and I just use that to sort of bring out the color around the clouds, and then also to fill in that white space between the rainbow and the shirt where it wasn't quite, the mask wasn't cut perfectly, I guess you could say. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to grab that 0.7 millimeter metallic gold paint marker. And I'm just going to draw those lines in between the rainbow there and around the top. And I decided to just freehand a little hard in the middle there so that it would again tie in with that background that I had previously created. So now I'm just putting that card front onto my card base. We sell these as well. And so that's pretty easy peasy. Just put that on and make sure it opens in the right direction, of course. Then I just put my little shirt on there, and then I pick out my sentiment. So I decide to go for Grandma's Little Girl, a friend that I made this for. She's a grandma, and she just had a little granddaughter, so I thought that was quite appropriate. Isn't that cute? So pretty easy peasy. There it is, all finished up. If you've liked this video, please like, share, give me a thumbs up, and even leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Again, my name is Sandy Zimmer. I'm a Close to My Heart maker from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada, and you will see the details in the comments.